Sorry that I'm not chair sliding into this one. Anyway, welcome back to Wicked Works. Yesterday was Transporter Fest. I was able to take Gloria there. Met some really nice people. Thank you all for following and subscribing to this absolute shit show. That's kind of the last show of the year for me for Volkswagens. So now, because my plan this whole time has been to try to do something with this over the winter and hopefully get her on a rotisserie, I can finally start taking this thing apart, kind of, sort of. So I think today I'm going to pull the gates off and the treasure chest doors and everything. And I think I want to remove this fiberglass bed and see what's going on underneath it. So let's start pulling the nails out of this and make a big mess. It's not as good as I thought it would be under there. Here we go. Let's slide this big old pile off and see how bad it is. Okay, it's not bad, but it definitely ain't great. A lot of pinholes, except for that massive crack there and a big hole over there. Let me see if I can find a way to, oh dear. Okay, let me get you in here. So for the most part, it's not bad. It's definitely, you know, there's holes. Those little pins everywhere that don't look like it was rot. It looks more like something someone intentionally did. Except for, you know, things like that. But for the most part, aside from some dents here and there, this half of the bed doesn't look bad. And then you get up to the middle over the treasure chest and there's a nice crack and it's starting to get bad there. You know, more pinholes, more drilled holes, pinholes, yada, yada, yada. You know, and then you get to here and it's a little less good and you can see all the way down to the ground. I was pretty much planning on having to replace these panels anyway. So, you know, that's fine. On par with what I was thinking. I was hoping there was original paint here, but there isn't. So I guess now what I'll do, well, we've gone this far. Let's pull the treasure chest doors off and see how bad that is. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this now. I'm gonna have to find a way to fold this up and put it in a dumpster. All right, this driver's side one is gonna be a little bit more work. I've never noticed that hinge doesn't actually move. It's completely rotted off the door. So I've got to figure out how to get that hinge to move so that I can get it off. I guess what I could do is try to bend it down more and then just slide the door off the back. And then as long as I can get this guy out, because that one's still kind of attached, I can just take that bolt out and this door should come off. So I guess let me focus on trying to get this guy out and undoing that bolt, and then I can find a way to get that off after. Got it. Sometimes you have to make it a little worse before you can make it better. Thanks for making all the noise!
I'm gonna make a lot of noise in a minute.
Now, it's off, just like that. Yeah. A lot of little pinholes. Well, at least everything back there looks pretty good. It's just all the floors are gonzo, so I think it was for the other side, but I ordered one rocker skin and a patch for that side and a cross member to go between the frame. That's all stuff that I gotta wait to do until I can actually get this thing on a rotisserie, but I'm hoping in the meantime I can start repairing the gates. Maybe I can start putting this back together since I ruined it. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I wonder if I can start trying to sort this out now, because I ruined that pretty good. Let's see if I can get this door off with these guys here, and then I may. I don't want to pull that out yet. All right, well, I'm gonna just kind of keep pulling stuff apart, I guess, until I reach the point that I can't anymore and I have to start putting stuff in. All right, well, I was able to kind of sort of pound this out a little bit just with my hand, going back here and, you know, doing that, but I think because of how hard some of these edges are, I'm not gonna be able to get that out super easily without cutting this. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to, hopefully without blowing the fuel tank up, get a a cutoff wheel, and just cut right down this seam here to help loosen this up. And then hopefully I can get back here and pound it out some, hopefully. See if I can get that to smooth out. It was really nice before I ruined it. I wasn't able to film for a little bit there because Sally Sassy Pants was making all kinds of noise, and my little domestic terrorist.
Working the metal.
Yeah, work, and I was as well. So I cut this section out. Let's see how this goes in here. I cut this section out so that I can try to flatten everything and weld it all back together. So carry on with that and hopefully get this all squared back up. Unfortunately, there's a lot of crispies going on there, so I'm probably not going to weld much below here because I'm going to end up getting a quarter piece to go here and have to fix everything underneath it. So I'll at least straighten out the top as much as I can and try to weld that back together. All right, I've done a little bit more exploratory cutting. So I'd originally only cut that inside piece off there, and I was really struggling to get this to pull out the way I wanted it to. So I decided to just cut more off, and it looks like I'm gonna cut even more off. So I bought, for the other side, they make panels to repair that, and that looks pretty much the same width as over here. So I might buy 2 of those for this side to try to do this, because I think I need to come all the way up to here so that I can repair this inner structure and weld it back to whatever it's supposed to be welded to up here, because it, you know, does some movement that it's not supposed to do. And there's like, you know, pieces down the bottom that I gotta fix too. So I think I'm gonna end up pulling quite a lot of this off, as well as doing that whole bottom section. So that L right there is gonna end up getting replaced anyway. So, yeah, I guess that's what's gonna have to happen. So I think next time I'll, you know, cut a little bit more of this out, so that I can repair that. But this is as far as we've gotten today. Hopefully next time we'll be able to make a little bit more actual, like, putting metal on the bus progress. And how did you do today?
I wouldn't recommend the common cold. My fender's going well.
Oh, good. Great. And hopefully I'll be continuing on this as well soon, if that episode hasn't already come out by the time I do anything with this footage. Okay, great. Bye. All right, it's another day. We're going to continue on this. I'm probably going to end up taking a lot of this metal out so that I can try to repair this inner structure before we put any metal back on. So I'm going to do a quick update on Clementine, and then we'll get started on this. Clementine got some pretty wheels yesterday. Look at these. Some mobile wagons that I bought from my buddy John. They look pretty good. I don't think they're gonna stay on here though. I think these are probably gonna end up on Rita. But for the time being, I like them. I feel like I'm gonna wanna do some mangy ass smoothies with crusty hubcaps. I think that would look better for her. I was able to take her down the street a little bit, and the transmission's making terrible noises. I was able to get into third, which is new, but after that it got real bad. So I have 64 late swing axle over here that I'm going to clean up and put a bus nose cone on and bearings and everything, and put that in. Oh God, that's going to be a nightmare, because it always is. And then hopefully then I can try to register it and she'll be ready for dust off, maybe, hopefully. But another time. Today we're gonna do this. So let me start cutting that out. Okay. Great. I think it's, how not connected is this? All right, it looks like I can pretty much, except for that, because that's attached on the inner wheel well. All right, I think I'm just gonna go and pull that piece off because it's still welded back there. Oh, God. How far is it? Kind of over to those holes, so right there, I guess, will do. So I'm gonna try my new tools. I bought a scribe. I'm gonna get a ruler and a scribe. All right. I'm going to use some layout fluid, layout dye. I have no business using this because I'm a terrible metal worker, which makes this funny to me. So I cleaned up this area here. I'm going to spray some of this on and then use a scribe to make straight lines that I can actually see. And hope that maybe then I won't have this going on the way that I have with literally everything else that I've ever cut in my life. Okay. So I think I'm only going to go probably up to there-ish, because it's already detached down there, and I know that it's loose there too. So I think I'm just going to hit like this area. Maybe a little higher, probably up to there maybe. Oh boy. That looks like it's pretty wet. Do I have to like let that dry? I've never used this before. So I guess we're just gonna let's do about right there, I guess. Okay, and then let's do up here, I guess. I've already ruined it, might as well just make it worse. Okay. All right, let's ruin this even more. Okay, well, there's so little metal here, I don't actually know how any of it goes together. But like this inner rail here is cracked. And the inside of this tub is bad, and oh God. Oh. Like I said, let's just keep making it worse until it gets better. All right, well, is it okay for me to pull this out? It's barely even attached to anything. Where's the rest of the structure for this? I guess it's okay. It's back there, and it's got all those, and okay, so this is not really attached down the bottom here. Looks like it's still got a little bit on the inside of this guy, kind of in there. I don't know if this is available. Before I cut this out, I'm gonna go on Wolfsburg West and see if this is something that I can buy, because if it is, I'm not gonna try to save this, because I can't. But if I have to, I will try to do so. So give me a moment to see if I can find that, and then we'll carry on. Okay, thankfully, this piece is available, and it's actually fairly inexpensive. This inner rocker is also available, also pretty cheap. The two rocker pieces are available, pretty cheap. This top piece up here is available pretty cheap. It looks like I need at least two of them, this guy and the one up here. The things that aren't cheap are the floors for the treasure chest and the bed. Total for those, four pieces, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, will be just under $2,000. Oh God. Yeah, and I think it looks like the floor goes in over the top of this, so I may be able to get away with doing all of that stuff first. Unfortunately, though, this divider piece that goes across the bottom that is completely gone, I can't, at least from Wolfsburg West, I can't get this separate from this top section and the center divider and the middle section and all that. It comes as a kit of 6 pieces or something, and I guess I don't need this, but I would like it to be there, because it's structural, I guess, so I may end up having to replace all of that anyway. And I'm sure as I dig deeper into this, pretty much the whole bus is going to get replaced. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I don't want to pull any more of that out until I have the new pieces to go in. So I think we're going to pause. I think we're going to pause on this side for now. And I'm not really sure what to do next. What should we do next? I could do the gates, or maybe pull the bumpers off so I can start looking at what other things we need. Or maybe clean up there or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out in a moment. Give me a second. Jeez. All right, this is very quickly turning into a how bad is it video, which is not what I intended when I started pulling everything apart. I genuinely thought, I'll start doing some patches. It'll be great. No. So let's start at the front and work our way through the garbage until we're at the back. Oh God, this is a lot. Great. All right, so the front floor's trash. We know that. Thankfully, the bulkhead is actually really solid. The bottom. Let's see. How do we do this? So you can kind of see down here at the very bottom of the nose, in a couple of spots, not many. It's getting pretty thin down there. Thankfully, though, if we look at the back, oh, never mind. There's a big hole here. It's getting real thin. Oh, yep. Great. All right, so it needs a lower nose. The front half of the frame up here looks pretty good, but I know that that cross member right there is gone. So all of this up here, structural stuff except for the nose, is pretty good. The lower half of the dog legs, all of this is bad. From Classic Fab, this is available. It's like 65 bucks. From Wolfsburg West, they only sell the whole thing, and it's 270. I don't need the whole thing. This is actually in really good shape from like here up. That back there, the inner side, the inner wheel well here is pretty bad, and that's part of the jack point. I think I might try to pull all this apart and just like make my own patch for that, because I don't really like the rest of it's perfect. It's just that one little corner. Oh, I'm getting a coal. Hold on. All right. I forgot where we left off. I think it was down there. I should be able to remake that little corner myself, and both sides look just as bad, so I think it'll be okay. The driver's door is actually in pretty good shape. Thankfully, the dash and everything is in good shape. I've got a little bit to do on the bottom of the door here. I'm probably going to have to do some A-pillar stuff on both sides when I do the floor. And then the rest of the cab is actually pretty good, save for the window seals and stuff. And then pretty much everything from here back is going to get replaced in one extent or another. Obviously, this is bad. There's a cross brace that goes across here. This guy and the other one that's at the seam. I'm going to end up doing those. So yeah, there's going to be a lot. And I'm going to try to update some stuff. I want to box the frame in and try to fix everything that I can. I know I just said that pretty much from there back is bad, but it's really just like everything in the center and the top half. These floors are gonzo, but like the quarters are pretty good. There's a little tiny hole right there. I'm not really worried about that. And, I think everything in the back where the engine is pretty good, but everything else, not so much. So I'm not really sure what to do next. There's not a lot I can do without sheet metal, so I might just start doing anything that I can with any metal that I have, and kind of go from there. Can't do any of that until I get metal in. I guess I could start pulling that apart. I might just do some like general clean up to see how bad certain places are, but at this, like, I think I want to clean here, but not to, obviously this is bad and I'm going to replace that panel, but I want to see how solid this is, the back of this guy, because I don't think I have to replace that. It does feel pretty solid, but once you put a wire wheel to it, it might get different, and it looks like it's caved in a little bit over there. I don't think I'm going to do anything about that, but I don't know if there's really anything that I can do about that. It doesn't look like it's whatever. Yeah, so I might just do some cleaning. If I get to the point where I'm going to start welding something in, then I will start filming again. Okay, shocking developments. So I started cleaning up over here because I bought this panel, and I'm looking at the seam going, how am I going to get this in there? And looking at it from in here at this corner down this way, it looks like the entire dog leg has to be off to replace that panel. And I can see the seam along there and up in this and whatever, so I may end up having to pull this whole dog leg off anyway, which would mean getting a new dog leg. So I just started moving on to see what else needed to be done, and I cleaned up here, and then I saw the underside of this, and that's roached, but it doesn't look like, as far as I can tell, that this panel is available, unless I'm calling it the wrong thing. So I'm going to try to pull these hinges off, these hinge plates off now, so I can try to clean this up and see how bad it is. Maybe I can save this. So we're going to use fire and an impact driver. Oh, it never ends. Put a little tension on it. And there we go. Don't touch it, it's hot. Don't touch it, it's hot. Don't touch it, it's hot. Hey. Let's see if we can do this side now. Go. Don't touch it, it's hot. I said don't touch it, it's hot. God damn. Okay. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna get that off, because those screw heads look pretty porked. So let me get a flathead that might fit. Maybe some heat will do, or we might end up cutting it off anyway, because the metal it's attached to is done. Here are the old beams here. Try that one. The one towards the back looks like it still has some head to it. The front one doesn't at all. We'll try it anyway. This metal's so thin, I don't think it's gonna take much. Yep, okay. Come on. Come on. That's one. Alright, so what am I even gonna do with that? Regular hammer. Can I? All right, that might bite. Oh, yes, yes. Thank you, baby girl. Come on. Oh, it's hot. Melt the glove a little. Oh, it can't be that long. Come on. So there's a piece inside of there that moves around to make the hinge adjustable. That's all one piece. That sucks. Okay. Boy, howdy, that's pretty crispy. Whoop. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Thankfully, the rest of it looks okay. There's a couple of little holes over there, but it's definitely this front piece that's trashola. All right, let me clean this up and then ultimately end up looking to see if this is available. Ugh. All right, so it's pretty gone. So I'm either going to have to fix this myself, or I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. The back side of it actually is pretty solid. It's just this front half, but it's all pretty much one piece. So I'm not sure what's going to happen yet. I think I'm gonna try to clean this up and maybe cut a section of it out, just to see what's gonna happen, I guess. All right, let's see here. Huh. That's interesting. It looks like this piece goes on top of the bed piece. And I really don't like that because I don't want to have to pull this up. But it looks like I may end up doing that. It really sucks. Yeah, I gotta see if this cross member is available. It's not. It's savable, I guess, if I had to. You know, it'd just be a lot easier if it were not on the bus. I don't want to cut too much of this floor off until I'm ready to cut more of this floor off, but like it's already so gone. And if I keep it here, then I may not buy that panel. Whereas if I have no bed available to me, I will force myself to buy that panel. You know what I mean? Huh. All right, there's a lot of thinking that needs to happen, and a lot of research as well. Yeah. All right, that's probably going to do it for this episode, because this is just going to keep getting worse until I have metal to put in places. So thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like, leave a comment, share with your friends. You can follow me on Instagram at WickedWorks. I'll see you at the next one.